Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Tuesday market webcast. All right. So yesterday, the thing I mentioned in the room, the bears really need to convert the 9-day. That's the blue line there. They've come down this morning to test it. They traded as low as 07.5. Nice little bounce back up to 47.5. You had a little, what'd you have today? You had a little employment cost index. Now we got a little Case-Shiller, a little house price index going on. And what you'll see on the hourly is that they're walking back up to weekly pivot. So bears yesterday, they had a good day. They had a good day. So we made up in the 4100s on Friday. You had this little morning high up at 4078, and then it screwed around for a little bit at weekly pivot, which you would expect it to do. But the hourly mid-band the entire time sealed off, and then it really just kind of bled away, and that's continued into Globex, absent this, couple few hour hop. So they make a low about 6 o'clock in the morning. Now they're starting to walk it back up to weekly pivot. Not unexpected. What we need to see now is what's going to happen next. You gonna seal off weekly pivot as resistance? Can you make a lower low after that? Or are we going to start living above weekly pivot? Are we going to turn weekly pivot back into support? Are you going to close above? I think the risk there is into the Fed tomorrow at 2 o'clock is you wind it right back up to the pre-FOMC price from last time, and then we do this whole party again up somewhere in the 4080s to 4100. It's really important for the bears to seal off weekly pivot and seal off the 9-day if they're going to, if they're going to be successful heading into the Fed. Now, with the Fed being tomorrow at 2, there is always door number 3. What's door number 3? We don't do anything. Why the hell would we? Who's making any big commitments, right? What are they going to do? How many basis points? What's he going to say? We have to have our press conference. Blah, 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 blah. All of it, right? So who's making any big bets in one direction or the other before that unknown becomes known? If you can even say it'll become a known. Probably not a lot. That lends itself to chop and whip and getting comfortable with the price. Market loves to get comfortable with 50s. Loves it. Loves it. Loves it. We need to sit around and play patty cake all day long on either side of this 50. So you got to think about that too. Then we'll get into tomorrow. You've got hourly mid-band. Well, let's start at the top. Yesterday's open was 54 and change. You got the daily pivot, weekly pivot, basically jammed up at 52. Hourly mid-band, 40.33 and change. 9-day, 40.27 and change. Volume weighted average price, 40.30. Proprietary moving average, 40.23. So you got a lot of traffic between 23 and 52. Could it lock itself into a 30 handle range and go back and forth for the vast majority of the day? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely a possibility. Is that more than enough elbow room to get done what you need to get done today? Sure. Sure it is. Don't overtrade, respect risk, take your profits. We spent yesterday, we were long in the morning, but then when that 57.58 couldn't hold, we took profits up at 67, shorted that one, got back into 55, 56 area when it really looked like the weekly pivot was going to give it up and gave it up. Just did a little overshoot, and we took the runner off that this morning, not at the bottom. I don't try to catch tops or bottoms. We ended up taking it off at 25, 26 area for 30 handles after it bounced from 4,007. Don't run around trying to catch tops and bottoms. You're going to be wrong more than you're right. And while the one time you're right, it might make you feel smarter, it is not over the course of time. Days, weeks, months, and years. If you want to trade for a period of days, weeks, months, and years, and decades, it is not going to pay you the way you think it's going to pay you. Trending markets, one way or the other, tend to continue to trend in the direction that they're trending. You will do much better over the course of time if you just stay on the bus that is headed on the correct side of the freeway instead of trying to hop off, jump the median, and jump on another bus. You're going to end up on the windshield more than you're going to end up in the driver's seat. Paint that on an overpass. All right, that's all I got. Today we're in the waiting room today. It's about the Fed, and that's tomorrow. So we'll have plenty to talk about in the morning. Have a fantastic day. Be safe, be healthy, take care, trade them well. Come check out the room. Come get better at this. We will make you better at this. We will teach you about support. We will teach you about resistance. We will teach you about risk. We will teach you about having a plan and executing a plan. Consistency builds accounts. We are all about consistency. All right, trade them well. Talk to you tomorrow.